Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yvonne. So in this video, I briefly want to talk about the meeting between Cyril Ramaphosa from South Africa, the president of South Africa, and Donald Trump, the United States president, at the White House. So, according to me, nobody should be going to the White House because what's going to happen, you're going to get ambushed. So if you go there, you need to be prepared. You're going to get ambushed in front of cameras. And this ambush is very bandit style ambush. And if you come from, or if you're familiar with how bandits behave, how they attack people, you will realize the way the reality TV, how they present some of these confrontations, especially these ambushes. There is a glamorization. They do glamorize those banditry attacks. So this what Donald Trump is doing at the White House is just a glamorization, and it's coming from his background from reality TV. He had the show The Apprentice, and they do have these meetings whereby they meet and there's a clash, and normally when bandits do that, people lose their lives. So bandits have done this. They're still doing it. They do it in Africa. I'm sure if they're bandits anywhere around the world, this is how they ambush. They normally set up someone, or they wait for somebody, and then they all come around you. And sometimes they do confront you. And when they confront you, somebody's going to lose their lives. So this is, and it's something historic. I mean, it has been documented. But for some reason, they do this in Hollywood. It's like they've glamorized this style of ambush, style of confrontation, and it's interesting and disturbing at the same time, because if somebody comes from the banditary regions or is familiar with how bandits conduct their business, they'll see this for what it is. Like, this is an ambush, and this is when bandits do it, it's a problem, but when these people do it, it's fine, because that's how they even attack security forces in a lot of regions in Africa. They ambush them like that. They do and a lot of sometimes they do have straight confrontation. It's a confrontation, and then people lose their lives. So, and then of course there's the fighting that comes from that. So I'm just giving that sort of point of view to show where I'm coming from with my my issue with this type of reality TV confrontation. What they do, this is straight banditry. It's straight bandits do this. But Donald Trump, since he's coming from that background, he's doing it, and he thinks it's okay. And I'm like, dude, yeah, you know who else thinks it's okay? All the bandits. All the bandits. They don't have TV, but all the bandits all over the world, they think this is okay. So I can't. This is something it's, for me, is a no. It's a no. Unless you have a reason to go to the White House, I say avoid. That's what I would say. Avoid the White House. You're better off talking to the other people. But going to meet Donald Trump, he's gonna set this up. For him, I believe he sees it as effective. He sees it as an effective way of bringing things to the table and conflict resolution. I disagree. This style, bandits have done it, and normally there's fighting. Like every single it ends up in fights. So I don't think this is a way to settle resolutions, or a way to hear what the other party has to say. With that said, it was very interesting listening to watching the White House confront South African government with the allegations of the genocide that is happening, is according to the White House, is happening in South Africa. The South African government says nothing like this is happening. The farmers are not. There's no genocide of farmers happening in South Africa, and the White House and Donald Trump keep insisting that there's a genocide happening in South Africa. It's so crazy. It's wild. It's wild. So I'm not sure what the the this particular issue is about. But one thing I'll say is the United States needs to give South Africa government money to investigate this genocide, real or imagined. They need to finance it. They're the ones who are saying they need to provide the intelligence, they need to provide the money, because it's them who are making all these claims. It's them who are seem to be deeply invested in this genocide, this non-existent genocide. So they need to finance it. They need to finance it. I don't think the South African government needs to be to spend any money or resources on this. The American government, they are saying they have evidence of genocide. They are saying so they need to provide that information. They need to provide the money to for that. But otherwise, I would say avoid the White House if you can. And their administration is making decisions based on policy decisions based on people's skin color. And of course, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that because what happens is you end up with incompetent people just because they're white, but they're white and not competent. Now you have hired incompetent people because of their skin color. They can't do their job, and you're having all these issues left, right, and center. Because you got rid of people, calling them DIIs. They were hired because of not because of their ability to do work, but they were hired because of, according to you, their skin color. So it's one of those things that looks like America is going backwards. It is to some extent. This is there is a regression there. There is a regression there, and I don't know. I don't know, because the I don't know what sort of the solution is, because in every society there will be people who are left behind, and there will be people who are it takes them time to understand why certain things were put in place. So there is need to let those people catch up. But it does the problem with this, it does create an impression that people are still stuck in a certain period of time where people judged other people based on their skin color. And there are people who still do that, of course. But the reality is the world has moved on. There's technology, the technological shift. There's a lot of shifts that have happened.